reflect back. Hello, hi, Nicole. This is Alex calling from Zillow. I have Elias on the call and you'd like to see 123 Main Street. Can you take the phone call?
Yes, please.
Hello, hello.
Hello, Elias.
Hi.
Good morning. How are you today? My name is Nicole. I am your Zillow preferred agent. I heard you wanted to see 123 Main Street.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so when are you available? How soon are you looking to go see it?
I'd like to see it today if possible.
Okay, is there a target time that you would like to see?
I'd like to see between 4 and 7 today if I could.
Between 4 and 7. Awesome. So I will reach out to the seller and see if that time is available. In the event that that slot's not open, would there be a time tomorrow so I can go ahead and book that and get that on if 4 to 7 isn't today?
Same time tomorrow would work for me, between 4 and 7.
Okay, awesome. So I will call you back in the next 5 to 10 minutes and give you the information that I get from the seller to let you know if we can go today or tomorrow and give you the exact time. Does that sound okay?
All right, I had a couple of questions. I'm kind
Sure.
of newer to the area. I don't know too much about the Laurel, but I have some friends that moved there from San Jose. Is this house going to be super competitive? Because I'm hearing horror stories. My friend was trying to buy in Brentwood. It went $100,000 over asking price. Like, what's going on in this area of Oakland? Is it going to be super competitive?
Okay, so one thing about Oakland is it's not a whole mask. It's more so by neighborhood. So what I'll do is get some market data on that specific neighborhood where that's located, and just so I can get an idea of how many houses are on the market over there right now, how many have recently sold, and get some more information, and I'll have that for you with the time when I call you back. Okay. Does that sound okay?
And then, yeah, that sounds good. And then I just had another question about crime. I've been seeing all kinds of stuff on Instagram and on the news. I just want to know if crime is really affecting the home values, and if we should look in another community, or is this something that's affecting this area? Like, do you know the crime report for here?
That is something I can also have for you. That's also something that is neighborhood specific. I mean, there's crime everywhere, but some areas have a little bit more than others. So I can get those stats for you and just give you a whole neighborhood report when we get together and check it out. Does that sound good?
Is it safe?
Is it safe? My motto is always stay ready, stay strapped, but I mean, like I said, I'll have those particulars for you.
No, for real.
See if there's a lot of incidents in that particular neighborhood. So
in your opinion, though, is it safe to live there?
In Oakland?
Yeah, in the Laurel.
Oh, in the Laurel area. It's pretty, I mean, it's not Pleasantville. You definitely have to be aware of your surroundings, but I'm not going to say be afraid to go outside or anything like that. But I'll definitely have the specifics as far as, if there have been any major incidents in that immediate area once we get together and once I give you a call back.
And how do you pull that information? Is there somewhere I can look at it?
I have some realtor special tools that I use to get stats in the different neighborhoods. But I can definitely print that out so that you will have your own copy, and that way you can use that to continue your due diligence.
Okay, cool. All right, so what's next, Nicole?
So I will give you a call back in the next few minutes once I speak to the seller and let you know if we're meeting between 4 and 7 today or tomorrow. And once I speak with them, I'll have a specific time. So I'll give you those stats and go from there.
Awesome. I'll talk to you then.
All right, awesome.
All right, good job. Really good job. So a couple things stood out to me when you first answered the call. You said preferred agent. It's premier agent, not preferred.
Okay.
So Zillow premier agent, not preferred. I like that you went right into the appointment. I like that you use these 3 words. In the event that those times are not available, do we have some alternate times that would work for you and the family? Okay, cool, awesome. So I think you did a really good job with the crime thing, but I don't want you to get into the woods of you providing crime reports for every single person that you go and meet. Here's a link, you guys can do your own research. I highly recommend that you do your own research. I'll send you the link and then you remove yourself from that. You saying that you're going to bring printouts of what's going on in the neighborhood, it's far too much. Then it leaves them relying on you, or like, oh, you said, right? Here's what I say to clients. You guys, everyone's sensitivity is a little bit different. I come from the hood, right? So my sensitivity is a little bit different. So what I recommend all of my clients is that you go view the house during the day, and then you come back in the evening time around 8 o'clock to see what your sensitivity level is. There's crime in all parts of the Bay Area, but it's obviously what you're comfortable with. So make sure you come during the day and then come during the evening. Here's a website to go to check the overall crime rates of that community. So back to today, we're going to see you today between 4 to 7 or tomorrow 4 to 7. I'll call you back in the next 5 or 10 minutes. So, but overall, Nicole, I think that was a really, really solid call.
Thank you. It's been a while, so, but thank you.
All right, cool. Really good job. Let's go over to Michael Swanson. Michael Swanson, you're up next, brother. You ready?
Let's get it.
All right, cool. So Michael, you've already called, and you're following back up with me, letting me know that we are confirmed between 4 and 7. You've also lined up a couple other properties for us to see, and then we're going to have a little bit more of a dialogue there. So just call me back like you're doing a follow-up, confirming that you've already set up the appointment. So let's hear it.
Gotcha.
Hello? Hello?
Hey, Elias, it's Mike with EXP Realty. How you doing?
Oh, cool. What's up, Mike?
Hey, so I was able to set up that appointment for today at 5:30.
Nice.
At 123 Main Street. So I can, meet you at 5:30. We can view the property. We can go from there.
Okay.
How's that sound?
It's good. Yeah.
Okay. That's about it. Was any more questions that you have for me before we view it?
No.
Well, I'm see you at 123 Main Street at 5:30, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
All right. That was too easy.
All
What
right.
I do wrong?
So caught you off guard a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So let's kind of role play through this a little bit. Who's
Okay.
coming with me?
Gotcha. Okay. So who's gonna be with you when we meet?
So let's just take ourselves out of
Okay,
character. So
okay.
first off, who's coming with me?
Okay.
You just follow, like answer my questions. Who's coming with me?
I don't know.
Where are we at in the buying process? And is there some additional properties that we're going to go and see?
Oh yeah, I did miss that part. Okay.
Right. So the idea behind this on that first initial call, it's like, okay, cool. We're going to see 123 Main Street. Awesome. Here's the thing. I want to make the best use of your time while you're out here, Michael. I know of 3 other properties within driving distance of 123 Main Street. Let's go see those properties as well, so we can make the best use of your time while you're here. Let me follow up and check with seller availability. I'm gonna give you a call right back to confirm that, right? So then when you call, it's like, hey, Michael, it's Elias. How you doing? Hey, listen, I was able to secure 123 Main Street and also hook this up. I was able to get us into 125, 126, and 127 Main Street, all within driving distance of that property. So we're gonna go see all those properties to make really the best use of your time. So Michael, just so I know, who's gonna be attending the tour with you? Is that okay? So your wife, kids, everybody. Okay, cool. How old are the kids? So now you have an opportunity to do what? To build rapport and get a relationship with me started before I even see you in person.
Right.
So that first call is really short, sweet, to the point. Appointment, location, motivation, right? It's really, really short. The second call is an ability for us to slow down and get a little bit more information from the consumer. So when you see them, oh my God, is that Johnny right there? Johnny, how are you? It's Uncle Mike, how you doing? Cool, you guys come on in. It's really good to meet you, miss. I heard great things about you. Glad that we can all see. So you guys go make yourself at home. Come back to the living room once you're done if you have any questions about anything. So it's just an opportunity to go a layer deeper and build that relationship with them.
Gotcha.
All right, so Joe Allen, you're up next. I'm just gonna put you on, let's check your audio. You're still muted. Let's check. Mic check. Nothing. We don't have any audio for you. So you must be your phone, or excuse me, your computer must be connected to your earphone somewhere, or you're not on your exterior mic. If you could just go to your video settings, and right next to that, you'll see the mute button. There's a little arrow next to it. Check your speakers. Nothing. All right, we'll go to Panise then, and then let's try to still work on that. But there's a little mute button on the far left of your screen. Right on the mute button, there's a little arrow. You should be able to look at your audio settings and to be able to see what mic you're on. You can do a test mic and you can check it out. Or you're just hooked to earphones. All right, let's go, Panise. You ready?
I'm ready. Yes.
Hi, hello, hi, Penise. This is Alex with Zillow. I have Elias on the call. He'd like to see 123 Main Street. Can you take the call?
Yes, absolutely.
Wonderful. Hello.
Hi, Elias. This is Penise with EXP Realty, your Zillow Premier agent. I heard you wanted to see 123 Main Street. Is that correct?
Yeah, you know what? I'm actually looking at thanks. Thanks for taking the call.
Of course.
Are you the listing agent on the property?
I'm not the listing agent. On the buyer side right now. I'm representing you to the seller. So what I'm going to do is talk to the seller and make an appointment for us so we have the opportunity to see the house.
Oh, should I just call them directly though? Like, what's the difference between you and just calling the listing agent? Shouldn't I just call them?
Yeah, so the difference is that, like I said, I would be representing you as a buyer, and then the listing agent is representing the seller. So it would be just a better idea to, just go with a buyer agent. So, because the reason is, I'm going to do my best, to be on your side. Let's say if you like the house and if you want to write an offer, I will try my best to write the best offer that is for your benefit, not like the
Okay.
seller, but the
Okay.
seller agent. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. So please,
Yeah.
me and my partner, we're investors, and this
Mhm.
particular property, it's a 4-unit complex. There's only one that is empty.
Mhm.
What does it take to get all the other 3 tenants out? Can we just buy it and like kick them out?
So we have to check their contract to see if it's month to month or it's a yearly contract. But technically, we don't have the right to just to kick the tenants out unless we give them a notice or you have a reason for it. You have a specific reason. What would be your reason?
To kick them out?
Yes.
Oh, because I want my family to live in the other units.
Yeah, so that would be something that we have to check their contract and see how they feel about that. We don't have the right to just kick them out.
Okay. And then the one it says on the paper here that I'm looking at, it says one of the units rents at $2,100. Do you know the rent on the other ones?
Say it again.
Do you know the rent on the other 3 units?
So I can definitely check that with you. So when we see the house today, I will have that information for you. But it doesn't have to necessarily be the same amount. It could be because they've been living there for longer.
Okay.
So it might be a little bit different, but I'll definitely have that figured out before I see you.
Okay. And the Penise, like I said, we're investors. Do you know of any other opportunities in the Bay?
Yeah, so nothing right now in my head, but I'm going to double check with you for you, and then I can just make a little list. If you have time after we see this property, we can just look around.
Okay.
Would it
All right,
be the
cool.
same criteria in the same area?
Yeah. Looking for a 2 to 4 unit.
Mm-hmm.
So we can get some positive cash flow, and then potentially thinking about maybe putting my mom and my sister in one of the units if we choose not to rent them out. So that's the scenario.
Awesome. Okay, sounds good. And what time does it work for you today for the showing?
So today, between 4 and 7.
Okay, awesome. So what I'm going to do now, Elias, is to make our appointment and then also check the other properties, and then I will give you a call. Would you rather a call or text?
You can call me. I'm old school.
Yes, I'll give you a call within probably less than an hour. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah, preferably sooner. Yeah, if you can, like within the
Yes.
next couple of minutes.
I'll
Okay, cool.
definitely try my best. As soon as I have the answer, I'm going to call you. And is your investor friend also coming with you?
Yeah,
Okay. Oh, what's his name?
Johnny.
Okay, so I'll see you and Johnny whenever I have it set up for today.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Thank you. Awesome. Good job, Penise. I know that one was tough. That was a really,
It
really tough
was,
scenario. Yeah,
but
but
it's
here's
okay.
the, like you just handled it really. I never felt in the conversation that you were frazzled, that you didn't have an answer. You're like, let me look at the contract. Let me get that information for you. That's a good question. I don't have that answer right now, but let me do a little bit more digging. I just felt like you were in control of the conversation the whole time. And no matter what I did to make it hard on you, it didn't feel like it was hard on you. So, Penise, I thought that was a really, really good job.
It's because I have the experience, like my very first deal was a multifamily, and I was
Okay.
looking for multifamilies for this investor for like a really long time. So he would always have this kind of questions.
Okay.
That was kind of like I was prepared for it, but yeah.
Perfect. And now for everyone on the call that ever deals with a call like that, then they have this information that they have now in their arsenal. All right, I'm gonna go over to Missy Matthews. Missy Matthews, sound like you were losing your voice a little bit, but I'll take it easy on you on this call, okay? Hello, Missy, this is Elias calling from Zillow. I have Elias on the call. Can you take the phone call? Misty Matthews, can you take the phone call?
Yes, I can. Thank you so very much.
All right, hello?
Hello, how are you? This is Misty Matthews with EXP Realty. I'm a Zillow Premier Agent, and I heard you want to see 123 Main Street.
Yeah, are you the listing agent on that house?
I am not the listing agent. The listing agent is actually the person listing the home, but they represent the seller. I would actually represent you as the buyer.
Oh, okay. Then I should probably call them because I was looking at selling my home, but since you just represent, I can give them a call then.
Oh, no, Elias, no, I can totally help you with that. So you have a home that you'd like to sell also?
Well, yeah. So what we're thinking about doing is that we're going to move over to Lathrop, which is it's called River Islands. We've been looking over there. It's really cute.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that area.
Okay, cool. But we have a house out in Brentwood, and I wanted to know, do you know anything about the Brentwood market right now? I don't know. We just need some help with this. We've kind of been bouncing back and forth from here in Texas, and so we're thinking about selling that Brentwood house, but I don't know if it's even worth us selling that home.
All right, Elias, guess what? I live in Brentwood, and I'm originally from Texas. So yeah, cool. Like totally. So your Brentwood house right now, are you living in the Brentwood home?
We are part-time, and then the other part of the time we're out in Texas because I'm in the music industry, and so we're out in Texas quite a bit.
Okay, so Elias, I tell you what I'd like to do is meet you at 123 Main Street because you're interested in that home. I'm gonna pull some comps for your current property in Brentwood, and we're gonna talk a little bit about the market.
Okay, so just so I know, like when you say talk about the market, like what could we possibly expect right now in the market? Like what's going on?
Well, you know what? It is a hot market, but what I'd like to do is get your address. Let me do some due diligence, pull up the information. You and I can meet. Are you available within the next hour?
No.
Okay, so not in next. How about are you available at 3 or 5 o'clock today?
Between 4 and 7 would work best.
Between 4 and 7. All right. Now you say, is it you and your family, or is it just you kind of going back and forth?
Me and my family.
You and your family. So will I be meeting with you and your wife?
So partner? I think for just the house and to see a 123 Main Street, just me, and then if we want to talk about the sale of our house, then we can meet all together.
Okay, so let's do a quick recap because we talked about a lot of stuff in a really short amount of time. Yeah. I'm going to pull some information on 123 Main Street, and then I'm going to pull some information also on your current home in Brentwood, so I can really answer your questions in depth and see what your goals are and maybe what's the best option for you with that home. You said you're available between 4 and 7. How about we meet in the middle? How about 5:30? Okay,
that works for me.
All right, I will see you at 123 Main Street at 5:30. If anything changes for any reason, please just give me a quick text or call, whichever you prefer. But I'm looking forward to meeting you and answering some of your questions because I'm for sure we can get you some good answers.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, then I look forward to seeing you and meeting you.
All right, Elias, see you at 5:30 at 123 Main Street. And I'm Misty Matthews, EXP Realty.
Cool. The Misty Matthews Show?
I'll introduce you to the show, but not yet. Just Misty Matthews, EXP Realty.
All right, cool. All right, hey, really good job. Here's what I think you did really, really well. Anytime that we're on these calls, and this goes to everybody and your phone skills in general, Who has something playing in the background? Somebody has something playing in the background. I don't know, Misty, is that you? Is there something playing behind you?
I think it may have been. Don't worry, I got rid of it.
Okay. We have to be masterful at our discovery, right? That means that we are masterful in the way that we ask questions. Then based on the questions, being masterful at our discovery, we get all this information. Then we do what's called a discovery confirmation. Based on everything that you said, did I hear you correctly? And then let me pull everything back home, right? I think you did that really, really well. It's like, okay, we've talked about a lot of things. I don't want to confuse you. I don't want to be confusing. Let me make sure that we are on the same page. This, and that. Did I miss anything? Perfect, right? It allows you to always take control of the scenario. And I think that you did that really, really well. We did talk about a lot of shit. I could have been confused, but then you said, all right, let me slow it down and let me make sure that we all understand where we're at. So I think you did a really, really good job, Misty.
You threw a lot at me, but then I thought, did I say who I was again? So I wanted to kind of almost recap it and like, okay,
yeah.
This is who I am. So.
And like, I would even give them a sneak peek. And the reason why I asked you that question about the Brentwood market, be like, oh my God, I'm so glad that you have that, you know, like that house for sale in Brentwood. I just want to give you a quick snippet about what I've experienced recently. Now, I just, you know, wrote an offer on a home that had 17 offers, you know, well over $100,000. So I know right now, without a shadow of a doubt, the Brentwood market is hot. Now, I can't make any early assessments until I see your property, so we'll have that conversation later, but I do know that the Brentwood market is on fire right now. We're going to dive into that. So you gave them a little hook, a little information, not too much, and then you're going to build on that when you see them. But really, really good job, Misty. Really good job in taking control of the entire conversation. All right, Margarita, you're up next. Hello, hi, hola, Margarita. Boomer moment.
Hi, how are you guys?
Good, how are you?
Good, I'm doing great.
Good, all right, let's run it back. All right, so hello, hi, this is Alex calling from Zillow. I have Elias on the phone and he wants to see 123 Main Street. Can you take the phone call?
Yes, I can.
Wonderful. Hello, hi.
Hi, Elias. This is Margarita, your Zillow Premier agent. How are you today?
Oh, good. I was just talking to Alex, I thought.
Alex? No, my name is Margarita.
Oh, no, when I called, I was talking to Alex.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. And
they said that you're in.
Yeah.
Yes, they connected you to me?
Yep.
Well, maybe because they said that you were interested in viewing a home and I'm probably the specialist in that area.
Oh, okay. Okay, then that's why. Okay, sorry, I didn't know what they were transferring me to. So, hey, it's just a really quick question, Margarita.
Yes.
We were driving through Corte Madera and we saw a plot of land there that had a for sale sign, and that's actually what we were calling on. And so just wanted to see like what does it take to build? Like we were thinking about maybe putting a manufactured home on that property or on that land. Like what does that all entail? Like does it make more sense to purchase a home? Because I know it's really expensive in Corte Madera because it's like Marin County. So could you help me understand that, or should I talk to somebody else?
No, I can definitely help you with that. There's no problem. Once we get the address, we can definitely pull up, you know, the value. And I understand your concern as far as, you know, trying to get the best deal. And there's different loans for that as well. So I think that once we meet and I bring all the information for you, how much, if you can get pre-approved because it is a land, and what further steps you can take, all that I can find once I meet you at the property. Are you available to see the land at any time?
I am, and we're not going to go through any type of financing. This is going to be all cash.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, we want to know like,
even better.
Can we build on that land?
You can.
Or is it better to just put a manufactured home on that land? What are the things that we need to know?
Actually, let me bring you some information so that you can see both options. And if I see you in person, I can show you that, and I can research a little bit further. I can bring it for you once I meet you at the property. Yeah. How does that sound?
That's cool. I'm down to meet with you, but I just want to know, like, what are some things that we should know looking at land, because this is our first time we're looking at land?
Definitely, probably the best thing that I would say, that I would suggest, is permits. How long would it take to get a permit to actually build a home in that area? Every county is different. So we would have to go through them and see, you know, pretty much like what their timelines are and what you need to get pre-approved through them. Oh, well, you're going to do an all cash. So totally. I guess in that case, it would just pretty much talk to the county and see what, what the timelines are.
Okay. And then, I mean, do you have a recommendation for a contractor or an architect, or is that somebody we need to make a connection with?
We definitely need to make a connection with, and I definitely can find that for you. And let me research that. So also I'll bring that with me as well once I meet you. And that's another point. So I will definitely bring that with me.
Okay, cool. And so, so do you have to be there, or can I just drive up and just start walking?
I would have to be there. I would
Okay.
recommend that I be there. Would you be viewing the property by yourself, or who's going to come
Yeah,
with you?
it's just me. It's just me.
It's just you. Okay. And that way that I can bring you all the information that I've promised you right now over the phone. And we can talk about what decision you're going to go, if you want to do the manufacturer home, or if you want to, just start building.
All right, cool. Well, I'm available between 4 and 7. Are you?
Yeah, I'm available as soon as you are. So yes.
Can we do 5:30? Oh no, it's
5.
dark. Let's do 4:30.
4:30 sounds good. I'll see you there, Elias, at 4:30 p.m.
Okay, Margarita. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, Margarita, really, really good job. I know I challenged you with this one, but
Yeah.
just so I know as a consumer, what are you going to bring me?
I'm probably going to have to look for certain options as manufactured homes in Puerto Madera, and also pretty much what to do if you wanted to. What was the other option that you said? You said manufactured home and
Or build.
or build. So probably contractors as well.
Yep.
Maybe even contractors numbers. So those are the 2 things
Okay,
as well.
cool.
Maybe even, how about if I were to suggest to bring, new constructions in that area, since they want,
Yeah, I mean,
brand new home.
I think
Would
you're
that
on
be
track there.
fair?
Yeah, that would be definitely fair. So when we think about, bare land, is you have to think about a couple different things. A is for you. What is the stairs it at? Can you build? I have to have a relationship with the architect. I have to have a relationship with a general contractor. And you have to really start evaluating those costs. And so, what I want them to think about is like, okay, manufactured homes would be cheap land, and it makes no sense. Say utilities are available, and you're thinking about possibly building. Well, in that area, with the cost of lumber and building it, and time, materials, labor, and all those things, would it make more sense for you to purchase a home that was already built? Now, I do know of 2 other homes in this area. I just wanted to show this to you. So this is the land. I think that we're well into $1.5, $2 million. I want to show you a couple of properties that were in driving distance, just so you can kind of see, do we want to undertake this project that's probably going to take you 6 months, maybe even a year to finish?
Yeah.
Or did you want to buy a home that's a resale property that is already built and you don't have to do all that work? So, it's just that first initial phase, right?
Yeah.
I think the quality with each of you is just getting in front of the people, shaking hands, having a relationship, seeing what we can do, and having that conversation. Like, okay, a couple of things we have to look at. We have to look at sloping. We have to look at utilities. So I'm going to get in touch with everyone. First off, could you see yourself building here? Do you like it? Do you like the neighborhood? Do you like the trees? Okay, cool. Now here's what the next step is. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set you up for a buyer's consultation, so I can go over some of the details that I find out from my contractor, might even have them on the Zoom call with us. And I'm going to help you understand the entire buying process and what's going to happen from start to finish. So this is just an entry point to your relationship building. And I think that you did a really good job. Like, you kept on going back to the appointment, but don't make it feel like you're kicking the can down the road. We want to say sometimes we're kicking it down the road and we're pushing it further down the road, but we don't want people to feel like that. You know what, Margarita? That's a really, really good question. Sounds like you've been doing a little bit of your homework. So let me do this. I want to make sure that I have my ducks in a row, and we'll contact my contractor, pull some information about zoning and so on and so forth in the area. That way I'm more equipped when I see you at the property or when I see you at the land. So I think you did a good job, but don't ever make them feel like we're kicking it down the road. But I think that you did a good job, and that's a hard one. That is a hard one.
He gave me the hardest one.
This is a real call. We had the same exact call.
I'm really glad that you touched on this one, the lot, because I've been getting a lot of those lately. And I've literally got into the whole getting to the plan picker in the building department, getting all the specs, learning what they want to build on, how big the lot is. And then I've actually turned that information over to them without even meeting with them.
Yep.
Oh,
So-
wow, that's good.
But that's
But
not
no, it's
the-
not. It's
Yeah.
not, because why do they need you now?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I should have just hit all that stuff and then met them at the lot instead
the
of
lot.
just emailed it all over to them.
Yeah.
Totally.
So now
See?
we've learned from this conversation to hold that, put it together, and then meet them there.
I
Totally.
think that's why I was so adamant about the appointment, because I didn't want to do all the work up front with him over the phone. I just kind of wanted, I know the contractors, I know the bidding, I know all that is a lot of information. And if he's not going to really do it, as long as I meet him in the front and say at the lot that day, and I bring the information and I kind of make him see, hey, it might be better if you buy a home that's already built so that we avoid all this, then I don't have to go through all the stuff that you went through, Jolene.
Totally.
Yeah.
And then that's a conversation with the contractor. Everyone should have a relationship with the contractor. Be like, all right, bro, just want to give you a quick call. I know it's just a rough estimate, but say a client was to build a 2,500 square foot house on a lot from the ground up. What are we thinking about roughly cost, time, material? What does something like that look like? Well, what if they want to do custom cabinets, floors, things like this, shutters, all these things? Like, what are we looking at? He's like, oh, well, here's a baseline. Here's the worst case scenario. Here's somewhere in the middle. That way you have some conversation pieces, right? It's like, oh, well, what would it cost to put floors in this 3,500 square foot house? Well, based on my experience, it would be X amount for vinyl floors. If you want to do engineered hardwood, it would be roughly around this amount. So it just depends on what kind of flooring you want, what kind of durability you want, and how much traffic you can have on that. So just makes you sound more astute because you've done your homework, but you don't give up the farm right away, right? You covet some of that information so it allows you to build that relationship, because chances are they'll get Joellen's email and never call her again.
Yeah.
Chances are, not saying they won't, but if they meet you, if they met Joellen, if they met Margarita, they felt your energy, they felt your spirit, and they're like, she's actually giving me some options, right? She drove us down the road and like, we saw a house that was being built 4 houses down the road. What do? We rolled up on the contractor and said, hey guys, what's happening? I see that you guys are XYZ builders. Just want to have a quick conversation because my clients are looking at building down the road here, right? It's like, now you're showing your worth,
Yes.
you're showing your value. So
Yes.
don't give up the farm too early. So good stuff. Love this conversation, and glad that you're taking something from this too, Joanne. So Emerald, let's go over to you. So Emerald, this is a follow-up call. You can find out a little bit more about me. So hello.
This is Emerald. I was giving you a call. This is Emerald Wright. Hold on. Hi, Elias. This is Emerald Wright. I was giving you a call back. I'm with.
Hi.
Hey, how's it going? So I was able to check on 123 Main Street, and I am actually. Hold on. I gotta start over. Sorry.
All right,
It's been a
you got
minute.
it. Listen,
Okay.
no pressure here. Just a little bit.
Okay. I know.
Hello.
Hi, Elias. This is Emerald Wright with EXP Realty. I was giving you a call back. So I checked out 123 Main Street,
Okay.
and I did see that there is availability to tour the property today at 3, like we discussed. Will that time
Nice.
still work out for you?
Yeah, that works good.
Okay, awesome, great. And are you going to bring anyone with you? Wife, kids, dog, goldfish,
All
or
of
is it
that.
just you?
Except for the goldfish. No, it's just me, my lady, and our 3 kids.
Awesome. Okay, so I'll expect you guys there. And did you have any questions for me or any other questions about the property prior to us taking a tour today?
No.
Okay, great. And also too, before I get you off the phone, is this going to be your first home you're going to be purchasing
No, it's our
or
second.
touring? You said your second?
Yep.
Oh, nice. Okay, awesome. Are you thinking about renting out or selling your property you're living in now?
No, we just rent.
Oh, you're just renting right now. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Well, hopefully we're going to get you to buy and be a first-time home buyer.
Second time.
Second, but you're renting.
Yeah, but I have owned a house in the past.
Oh, okay. Got it. Second-time home buyer. Yeah, so I'll meet you at the property 123 Main Street at 3 p.m. I'll be expecting you and your family. And if in the interim, if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call.
Okay. All right, cool.
Thanks.
Awesome. All right, so let me ask you a couple questions. So how old are the kids?
I didn't ask.
I mean, what are their names?
I don't know. Jane Doe, John Doe.
And so a good way to say, like, are you renting or you're buying, is a great way to say that. Alternative way to say that is, where do you guys live now? Oh, okay, perfect. And how long have you guys been there? Most of the time they'll tell you, right? I either rent or we own. Okay, cool. So I think diving into a little bit more on where they're at in the journey and like why now. So what's motivating you guys to purchase a home now? Like what happened? Like tell me a little bit more about that, the why and the stickiness of that. I think that's really, really important. And if I tell you I have kids, you're like, okay, great. Well, anyways, let's go to 4 to 7, like, and then you didn't even touch that, right? Like at all. Like, oh my God, how old are the kids? Okay, perfect. So I want to ask you a quick question, Emerald. With the daughter that's going into elementaries, or excuse me, into kindergarten soon, our school district's super important. And did you choose this area because of the school ratings? Well, no, we haven't thought about that. Or absolutely. Okay, cool. So is it public or private, or you guys are open to both? So like, you're really trying to find out, like, what is the long-term goal for them and their family, right? If I tell you, any of you, if I have kids, you better ask me about my kids because I love them, right? What do people love to do? They love to talk about their children, especially if you got little ones. And I don't care if my kids are assholes sometimes. I like to talk about them, right? So asking me about my kids is going to allow you to get to that next layer of who we are as people. Then when you walk in, like, oh my God, your daddy said you were beautiful, but you are so incredibly beautiful. Hi, Joan, how are you? Nice to meet you. And then boom, you're instantly on a track of building a really, really strong relationship with your consumers. So you guys, we're at our time limit now. It's 11:15. We will reconvene. This meeting will not happen next week. It will happen the first week of January, just because of the holidays and getting prepped and ready for the new year. So, but I think that we're going to start doing individual role play sessions outside of Zillow Flex. We're going to have breakout rooms because I figured out on Zoom, you could do breakout rooms. So moving forward, just food for thought, when we're in group coaching, I might say, okay, Margarita, might say Keelan, we might say Joey, we might say Missy Matthews. We're going to break out into 4 different groups. Here's the script, or here's the objection. Why don't you guys role play that, and then I'll be able to bounce to the different rooms and be like, all right, how's it sounding? How's it sounding? Okay, damn, that's fire. Good shit, Emerald. Let me hear what's the, all right, Keelan, I like what I'm hearing over here. And then that way we could come back together and be like, okay, from group A, B, and C, and D, let's hear what the best fire response to this objection was. That way we're constantly learning and constantly growing, and not just for Zillow Flex. So appreciate you guys more than you know. Really, really happy. This is the new pad. That's the new backdrop there for the gram, and for my, it's actually really, really open. And now I can get 1,000 plants. I have 27 plants and I want to get like 80 plants in here. So we'll see if I can keep them all alive. So have a wonderful, wonderful day. Appreciate you guys. Have a great day. If you need anything, let me know.